Does that make sense? Am I making any sense? Yeah. So the question becomes, where is the money going? Where is it coming from, and where is it going? That's really hard. I'm going to tell it to you again. Where is it coming from, and where is it going? There's a lot of money changing hands that you're not touching or benefiting from. Let me say that again. There's a lot of money changing hands that you're not touching or benefiting from. Can I tell you how I learned this? Yeah. I can't hear you. Yes. So back in 1995, I found a little old lady in Spanish Fork, Utah. She had a house for sale. It was a small house on a big lot. And I wanted to tear this house out and build a fourplex. Well, I didn't have any capital, and I couldn't qualify for a loan. So one of the things I said to her is, you need to sell or finance the land to me. So I'm going to put a down payment down. You can stay there. And the seller finance it, and here's what the payments are going to be. And she's like, oh, that sounds risky. And I said, well, you're secured by a deed of trust. If I don't pay you, you can take the property back. Went through the whole details, right? So I start paying this gal her payment every month. Little old retired lady, Social Security, no income, and all of a sudden she's getting a check, right? And she's what? Thrilled to death. Thrilled to death. She's thrilled to death. And I'm making my payments and I'm getting my deal ready, and all of a sudden I got my bank loan in place, got my plans drawn, I got a general contractor picked out, and what'd we do? We had to pay off her loan to get the construction loan to put the first trust deed on the property. So I called her and I said, hey, I got some great news. This is about 8 months in. I called, hey, I got some great news. And she said, what's that? I said, I'm coming over. When can I come over? She said, come over. You're making me nervous. I go, no, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. So I drive over to her house and I present her a check, which is the balance, the differential between paying off her mortgage and the rest of her equity. And I said, hey, great news. Here's your money. I thought the exercise here was to give her her money. I thought she was staying up nights not trusting that I was going to pay her. Nervous and risky, this kid that looks like he's 18 years old, right? And I was thrilled to death to drive over to the house, and what'd she say? No. She cried. She went into tears and said, you just took my income away. I don't want this. I don't want this check. And she started crying right in front of me. And that was the first lesson of what? Let me teach you a lesson. Write this down, would you? This could impact you greatly. This next sentence. People don't want their money. They want the benefits of what their money will do for them. And if you can learn how to provide people the benefits of their money, they don't want their money. Gosh, a subcontractor doesn't want payment for his work. He wants profit and ownership and tax benefits. He just may not know it yet. This little old grandma, sweet lady, said, you're destroying my investment with you. And when did I ever think someone would say that to me when I'm handing them a check? I can't hear you. When did I ever think I'd hand someone a check, perform in every way, and she'd be upset with me and cry in front of me? And I said, what? What did I say? I said, you know what? Hold that check. Hold that check for a day or two. I'll be back. And I left. And I came back 2 days later with what? 4 different options of where she could put that money so it would produce the same income for her. Easiest capital I ever raised in my life. Oh, you mean we can do that again where I get a payment? We could do that again? Yeah, here's a couple of options. Which one do you like the best? Don't ever give someone money unless they give it back. Does that make sense? People want to give it back. That's the part you don't understand. And there's a lot of ups and downs and trials and difficulties and problems and strife along the way. But man, if you perform, people will give you that money back. They don't want anything to do with it. And I got to every single closing that I'd have on every single property, every single deal, single partnership. I'd show up to closing. I'd call them, hey, we're closing on Tuesday in 2 weeks. I need to meet with you on Friday next week. So a couple of days in advance. And I'd sit down with what? We'd have the settlement statement all made out. Here's what your proceeds are, and here's 4 or 5 or 6 different places you could put it back in before they even got their money. And they were picking and choosing. So this deal is what now? This deal is what now? And I haven't even paid them yet. They don't want their money back. They don't want their money back. They want the benefits of their money. If you become an expert at benefits of money, it's a different animal.